What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns Steelers Week 11 preview. As my 6-3 Browns are back at the dog pound this week as they host the 6-3 Pittsburgh Steelers in what you could call the biggest game of the year. In fact, every game from this point on is arguably the biggest game of the year. And the Browns have a chance to do something that they haven't really been able to do a whole lot recently, and that is match their win total. Yeah, they have a chance to match their win total from last year, and it's only week 11. Now, Kevin's trying to win 7+ games for the fourth straight year. Something, again, that we haven't really done that much. We've won 8+ games a few times. We've only won double-digit games twice since the Browns came back into the league in 1999. And then, of course, was 2007 and 2020. We were close in 2002. We won 9 games that year. But, yeah, we're trying to win 7 games and make things even more interesting in the North, especially if our friends from down in Southwest Ohio go out there and beat the Ravens and make them 7-4. Got it, guys? Right? The Browns could very well be in prime position to take over this damn division after Sunday. Right? About it. About it. Bengals beat the Ravens, drop them to 7-4. We beat the Steelers. We go to 7-3. Think about it. We could be in the driver's seat after this Sunday. Of course, it ain't going to be easy because, as you know, the Steelers possess what we call dark magic that just prevents them from losing. Like, these guys have been playing like ass this year. 6-3. How? Oh. Oh my God, man. I have never seen a more luckier team in my life. I'm going to go through their schedule, all right? How many of these games that they won that were legit losable? Okay? They beat us by 4. Should have lost. But of course, 2 defensive touchdowns. Of course. They should have beat the Raiders. They should have lost to the Raiders, but Josh McDaniels can't count. They should have, lost to the Ravens, but drops. The Ravens receivers acquired stone hands. They should have lost to the freaking Rams, but that's short. They should have lost to the Titans, but Mayo Man can't do crap in the red zone. And then for the second week in a row, the opponent got to the red zone. Interception. Luckiest team I've ever seen. I swear. When you look at the rest of the Steelers' schedule, they got us, okay, on the road, coming to the dog pound. Then they go to the jungle next week and face the Cardinals and the Patriots. But then, to end their season, on the road in Indy, against a very good Gardner Minshew-led Colts team. Then they host the Bengals. Then they go cross-country to Seattle, face the 12s and Geno. And then their season ends, regular season anyway, hopefully just their season in general, ends in Baltimore against Lamar. Somehow going to win 9 games again because they do not have losing records with Mike Tomlin. It's like, it's illegal. It's like in his contract, If you sign this on the dotted line, you will never have a losing season as coach of the Steelers. I mean, Matt Canada might be the most unserious offensive coordinator I've ever seen. And they just keep winning. You know why? Defense. Their defense has been carrying them. Now they yell at us for our defense carrying us. But you know what? At least our offense has somewhat of a pulse. We just haven't really been able to get it together, mainly because Deshaun got hurt. But he came back and, yeah, he's been cooking. He's been cooking. In fact, to this day, the haters are still quiet. Right? They were slandering him to oblivion for that first half against Baltimore. Where's that? Huh? Where the haters at? He refused to acknowledge Deshaun's second half. 14 of 14, 134 yards, one touchdown. And oh, yeah, he had what we call a legacy drive to lead us down the field to kick the game winning field goal because Dustin Hopkins is that dude. All right, now that I got that out of my system, got something to talk about before I get into the preview portion. As my guy Brad Stainbrook hit us with this tweet earlier. And I quote, following Monday Night Football, the Browns now have an 80.4% chance to make the playoffs. Okay. Not going to overreact to that. All I'm going to say is just keep winning and watch that number rise. We are in a very good spot right now, right? We are in a very, very good spot right now. Now, for those wondering, what's left for the Browns? Let's take a look at our schedule, shall we? So I got it up right here. After Pittsburgh, we go on the road for back-to-back games out west against Denver and then the Rams. Then we come back to face Jacksonville and Chicago. Then we go to Houston. That'll be a banger. And then we host New York in the final Thursday night game of the year. We'll see if Aaron Rodgers comes back for that one. There's been a lot of talk about him coming back. Although, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, you wouldn't want to face our defense because you're already kind of limited in your mobility. I'm trying to have to run away from Myles Garrett and Za'Darius Smith with that O-line. Because I'm telling you, Myles and Za'Darius and company, they will tear him apart. If that Jets O-line lets him, which, look at what they've been doing. Zach Wilson's been in hell sometimes, man. My God. Just have Zach Wilson go out there and face the music against us and hope that he doesn't get crushed, which, for what I've seen, is legit. He ain't gonna get out of that game alive, boy. I mean, we might do to Zach Wilson like what we did to Clayton Tune. Right? Of course, that's still a couple weeks away. And then, of course, to wrap up the season, it's Cincinnati on the road. And who knows? That game might be PJ Walker versus whoever their backup is, because maybe both teams are in the playoffs, or maybe we're in the playoffs and they're not. Maybe for once we're the team resting starters, right? And I'll be streaming a meaningless game that's actually positive because we're resting starters for the playoffs. We all know how Browns things go, so I'm going to just keep quiet and just take it one game at a time. Just take care of Pittsburgh and then get ready for Denver next week. Okay? All right. So with that being said, let's get into my 3 keys to victory against the Steelers. Number 1, put pressure on Kenny Pickett. Put pressure on him, just like you've been doing to these other quarterbacks. Myles Garrett, Za'Darius, Shelby, Mo, Dalvin. I want to see the Thanos celebration again. I want to see belly rubs and everything. I want to see Za'Darius out here army crawling like he does after sacks. I just want to see our D-line go out there and feast like they haven't eaten in a week. Which is kind of true because, they play every week. So technically, they should be starving for sacks, right? They should be able to get after Kenny Pickett if they can, limit their run. Because if you make Kenny have to throw it, that's where the dogs come out. But we got to stop Najee Harris and Warren, too. Got to stop those 2 guys. Number 2, no unnecessary risks. Don't be, throwing the ball into double or triple coverage. For some reason, PJ Walker loved to do that sometimes, and it bit him in the ass a few times. Like, stop throwing it into deep coverage, right? I know Kevin's going to scheme guys open. We got to take advantage of that. If it means dinking and dunking, hey, take what they give you, right? I'm sure I'll be pissed off during the game, but if it's getting us down the field, it's whatever, right? Let me get pissed off because then I'll be happy about it in the end because we wind up scoring or something, you know? Especially if that defense has to creep up to stop the screen passes and now we hit them with something deep, right? Yeah. But yeah, no unnecessary risks, please. I don't want you turning the damn ball over again. And then number 3, beat the hell out of the Steelers. It's that simple. You know, I know Kenny Pickett becomes clutch in the fourth quarter. Well, don't even give him a chance to be clutch. Just go out there and curb stomp their asses like you've been doing to other teams at the dog pound. Look at what we've done to teams in the dog pound this year. Besides Baltimore, of course. But 24-3, week 1 against the Bengals, right? 27-3 against the Titans. Then we have that anomaly against the Ravens at home. I don't want to talk about it. And then, of course, Deshaun got hurt. You know, before that Raven game, he got hurt during the Titans game, so we didn't see him for a couple weeks. And Deshaun comes back against the Cardinals, and our defense responds with putting up a nice juicy goose egg against the Cardinals. You know, shut them down. And now we got the Steelers at home with Deshaun. So if you think about it, with Deshaun at home, right? Our defense has not allowed a touchdown at home with Deshaun at quarterback. It's like this defense acts different with Deshaun Watson at home, right? It's weird because Deshaun gets hurt, right? They get crushed by Baltimore, whatever. And then they get low-key cooked by Brock Purdy, but they won. And then he comes back against the Cardinals, and oh yeah, they forgot how to allow points. They allowed 0 against the Cardinals. If we have that kind of performance this week, oh yeah, we cooking. But it'll be fun. I know that for a fact. It's always a fun week on social media when we face the Steelers. That fan base is just a bunch of lunatics, right? Waving their stupid yellow towels. But anyways, let's get on with my player to watch. I'm just going to go with the whole D-line. Because if they do what they've been doing, especially as of late, the last couple games, we can have a heyday against the Steelers, right? If we do what we did to the Cardinals, to the Steelers, but it's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna say. Am I saying we're gonna get 7 sacks? No, no. But if we can just get maximum penetration, and if Miles and Za'Darius are living in their backfield, making life hell for those guys, then yeah, we're going to be in business, right? We're going to be in business. It's going to be fun. But yeah, I'm saying the whole D-line. And I know Jim Schwartz remembers what happened in that game week 2 in Pittsburgh. We all remember that game because that was when Nick Chubb got hurt. Yep. So we just need the D-line to show up. We need the front 7 to show up. Secondary, we need you guys back on your A game. Hopefully Denzel will be fine. I don't know if he's going to play in this game because Ronnie Stanley took a cheap shot at him for no reason whatsoever. Ronnie Stanley came running in like a bull in a china shop, freaking took out Denzel Ward, hit him from the side, gave him a moderate neck injury for no reason. While Denzel was already engaged in trying to bring down Zay Flowers. And then, of course, Ronnie Stanley got hurt. That's tough, man, you know. But football gods are crazy like that. Football gods don't like cheap shots, I guess. But I don't know exactly how Ronnie got hurt, but I hope he's all right though. I hate seeing guys get hurt because then it just brings up excuses. Oh, you know, we lost to you because this guy got hurt or that guy got hurt. Whatever. But yeah, we need the D-line to show up big time this week. The O-line too, but mainly the D-line. And then my prediction. You guys already know where this is headed. I got the Browns going out there and winning 24-14. But crazy dog, you said the Browns forget how to give up touchdowns when Deshaun's at quarterback, right? Yeah, but that's against, a somewhat hobbled Joe Burrow, Ryan Tannehill, and then Clayton Tune. Now we'll see what kind of Steelers team we face. Because, like I've said, they have been the luckiest team essentially in the NFL. But that's been mainly at home. In fact, let's see what they've done on the road this year. So on the road, they barely beat the Raiders because, of course, Josh McDaniels can't count. They got smacked the hell out of them. They got crushed by CJ Stroud in Houston. They barely beat LA on the road. In fact, they haven't been on the road since. So, yeah, it'd be cool if we did like what the Texans did. Now, as far as what the Texans did to them, let's see what they did to him. So they sacked Kenny 3 times, and they picked him off once too. So if we could do something like that, sack him like 6 times, get a couple interceptions, and please, for the love of God, if you get any turnovers, turn them into points. My God, it's like we've had this thing where we force a turnover and the offense just comes out stuck in the mud. Like the defense has to score for us to get any points off of turnovers. I mean, I'd love it, right? I'd love to see us get a pick 6 or 2. Do to them what they did to us in Pittsburgh. That'd be great. Especially if it's like Myles Garrett doing it or something. Just do to them what they did to us, right? Get a couple defensive touchdowns. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see how this game goes. But you already know I got the Browns winning 24-14. And in my eyes, we go to 7-3, and we make things very interesting in the AFC North. Because it's going to get tough. We're going out west, and the Browns historically haven't really done that well out west. I don't even remember the last time we won out west. I know we went to Denver, and we won a couple years ago when Greg Williams was our coach. That was fun. But yeah, we got to go to Denver, and then we got to go to LA, and it's going to be tough. But let's get it, man. Let's go out there and get this dub on Sunday, and then we can worry about the freaking Broncos afterwards. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog, as always. Shout out to the Dog Pound, and let's get this dub on Sunday, okay? By the way, I'll be live tonight with my guy JB Taylor on his channel, Walk Off Sports Talk, for Spurs and Thunder in-season tournament game. Get to see Chet versus Wemby. Should be a banger. Hope to see you there. Go Browns. I'm Crazy Dog, and I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah. Beat the damn Steelers. Freaking hate that team. They're ass. How are they so damn lucky?